I love it. It fuels me. I'm ready for it. On his side, I can't really speak for him. It's a tough position to be in, being the champ, returning from a layoff. It's not the easiest.
Ellie just said that you're a 16-1 underdog. Are you betting on yourself, and how much does that fuel you?
Yeah, I just heard that not too long ago, but it definitely motivates me, fuels me, and those that don't count me out, I hope they win a lot of money.
Jose, you obviously are not afraid to trade with the biggest punchers. You showed that against Maidana, you showed that against Canelo, you did it against Ortiz. Do you plan to have the same approach against Thurman, or do you plan to be a little more tactical?
You know what? It's above everything. It's intelligence in the ring. I'm going in there against a good fighter. I've improved myself, so I'm a lot smarter. I definitely left to bang. So whatever the situation arises, I'll be ready for it.
Robert Garcia won't be here. Is there like a spiritual deficit that could possibly be present Saturday night? Because you say you're a family, and one piece of the family, if grandma don't show up to Thanksgiving, everyone misses her. If Robert Garcia is a grandfather and he doesn't show up to Thanksgiving, will that affect you?
Yeah, I wouldn't say that. I train alongside Big G every day, and then Robert Garcia every day, and then Pete Garcia every day. So, it's a family training environment. Robert Garcia will be missed, but, like I said, there might be a realistic virtual image of Robert Garcia come fight night.
Josecito, people don't know this, but you're 3 sparring partners. One retired from boxing, the other 2 got left injured. Do you think you could be surprised Saturday night?
I think for those that don't know the insides of training and training camps, at least on my side, it might be a little surprised. But I prepared well. We've got some tough sparring partners, undefeated knockout artists in sparring, and I prepared well. I left no stone unturned.
If you made the odds for this fight, it's 16-1, but what would you make it? Is it 50-50? Is it 2-1? Is it 4-1? Are you the favorite?
I definitely wouldn't say I'm the favorite. He's a world champ. A lot of fighters talk nonsense, before and after fights, but I'm realistic. I know I'm an underdog. I know odds are against me. I know my back's against the wall. I'm ready for the moment.
The 16-1?
I wouldn't say 16-1. I'm definitely ready.
Were there any, you go from the Sunshine State to one of the coldest states on the East Coast, was there any challenges in cutting out the last couple of pounds this week?
Not at all. The preparation, everything was done prior to coming here. It's mostly rest here in New York, and just anticipating the moment. There was a lot of weeks of hard work to get to this moment, and I'm ready to shine.
Is the game plan to fight in segments, like the first 2 rounds, second 2 rounds? I'm just trying to get a glimpse, because Keith said he doesn't understand where you get your confidence from. So I'm trying to help the audience understand. Like, the game plan to fight in increments. Hey, we got him. Let's get these first 2 rounds out the way. Let's win round 3. Let's win. I don't know. Explain. Elaborate more.
I wouldn't say that's the game plan, but win round by round. Every round is one battle. We got 12 rounds of battles. I got the best training team in Robert Garcia Boxing Academy. I feel like I've had the best preparation that I've ever had, and I'm definitely ready for the moment.
Who's your toughest opponent? I'm sorry.
Well, for this training camp, no. Mikey Garcia wasn't in my training camp, at least sparring-wise. But anybody that Robert Garcia has in his boxing academy in Riverside, I sparred them all from 140 to 160.
Who's your toughest opponent? Everyone's on YouTube right now watching all your fights, obviously. Saturday night's looming. Who would you say is your toughest opponent?
Well, I fought several world champs, and they're all tough in different ways. Some were not necessarily tough fights, but tough losses. Canelo, I was overmatched, oversized. He's a good champion, and he's gotten better. So he's definitely a fight that I felt that, the weight made the difference.
Speaking of tough losses, Josecito, like Canelo, how does that motivate you? Let's say an opportunity against such a big name. How does that motivate you going against Keith Thurman to redeem for those tough losses?
Yeah, I wouldn't say necessarily it motivates me. I just have the experience. So whether a win or a loss, it's an experience. I've learned from it. I fought against some good champions, and I'm doing it again, and I'm ready for it.
How do you like the fight poster?
It looks pretty good. They had me. They had a picture of me coming out the woods. Yeah.
You finished hunting.
Keith Thurman said that he doesn't get enough credit for being an outstanding boxer. He called himself an outstanding boxer. Do you think, how would you rate his boxing skills? And part two to that question is, how are you going to convince yourself not to stand in the middle of the ring and do what you typically do?
I think overall, I wouldn't necessarily rate his boxing skills specifically, but overall, he's a good fighter. He's a good boxer. He moves good. He can punch. But I think I'm also a good fighter, and I've gotten better throughout the last couple of years. So I think those that haven't really stayed in touch with my last fights will be in for a surprise.
No one doubts you're a good fighter by any means, but some may say, I'm just being devil's advocate for the audience. Sometimes we feel you should box more, as opposed to being a Marcos Maidana type. You understand, standing square foot in the ring, using your double jab, because you're a great athlete. You understand. Why not more of that? Especially in those money rounds when you know he wants to slug with you, and you're actually a more talented boxer.
Okay, in previous fights, I had a different trainer.
Okay.
These past 3 fights, I'm with Robert Garcia, and if you've seen any of my last 3 fights,
I've watched them all.
It's intelligence over banging. I pick my spots. I'm a lot smarter in the ring. I've improved overall in my boxing game. I'm a better fighter. So I'm a natural banger. I love to get into banging situations, but I'm also a lot smarter. So you'll see me pick and choose my spots.
You said Robert Garcia and not Big G, though.
Yeah, Robert Garcia is basically my chief second. Big G, he's there in the gym, but he doesn't really work anyone's corner, and I feel special that he's out here today because he's only with Mikey Garcia, man. And, it's really an honor to have Big G in my corner. Extra motivation, and like I said before, he's a boxing guru, man. And when he speaks, you soak in everything you can, and it gives you that extra push, that extra fuel that you need.
My last question: when you go to bed on Friday night, how do you dream about this fight, the outcome?
I do go over scenarios of the fight. It won't be easy for me, but it won't be easy for Keith Thurman. I'm going to win on Saturday.
I respect that. Thank you, Josecito. I think you got a couple more thousand people to watch this fight.
Are there any flaws that you see in Keith Thurman's fight style that you plan to use to your advantage come fight?
There's some flaws. I'm not going to go over all of them. Some people like to bang, hit hard. When you throw wild hooks, you can't hit hard. But you also leave yourself open for some punches. So, I got to capitalize on the small mistakes that he does make, because every fighter makes small mistakes at least. And even though he's an undefeated champion, we've done our homework. We've done our work. We've done the physical work, mental work. Everything's there for Saturday.
Did you use? I'm sorry. I haven't spoken to you in a long time. Did you use, or Team Garcia and Josecito Lopez, did y'all use Abner Mares versus Cuellar? Because I thought, and I told Robert Garcia myself personally after that fight, I said that was between the Maidana, Floyd, and that, I think those are some masterful game plans. Was that ideal, like the boogeyman, come forward strong? You say he got the strong left hook, but it's wide, but everyone picked Cuellar to win that fight, but Abner was the better boxer, ended up knocking him down in the 11th to 12th round and getting a unanimous decision, I believe, or he stopped him. I can't recall.
Yeah, going back to that fight, Abner Mares executed that game plan perfectly. We have our own game plan, and I'm not going to go over it, but we prepared. We did the work. That's where it comes off. Some fighters can say they're going to do this and do that in the ring, but if you didn't prepare for it, it'll show.
One of your biggest fans, Mikey Garcia, said you're going to knock him out. I'm not laughing because he said that. I'm laughing because he won't ask question after question. But he said he was in a car somewhere, and I believe I heard he says you're going to knock him out.
The people inside the gym with me, my team, they have the full confidence in me. I prepared. If me being an underdog is a motivation for me, and it has been. I love the position. So it might be a surprise to a lot of people, but it definitely won't be a surprise to the group near me.
I got another question. Is that okay? All right, thank you. You went viral yesterday on Instagram, and I was like, Keith Thurman is an eloquent speaker. He's rhyming, he's rapping. He says K2. I mean, what was it? The face-off. It was pretty hilarious. What were your thoughts when he was rambling about? He was saying that you were just sitting there very stoic and listening, and you didn't respond. You just let him just spill his spill. What were your thoughts?
Yeah, nothing against Keith Thurman, but he's a talker. It's fine. I'm not so much of a talker. But I will bring action to the fight.
Thank you, Josecito. Appreciate it. Thank you for answering all my questions.
Do you know if there's an immediate rematch clause should you actually win this fight?
There is a rematch clause, and as much as I love Brooklyn, we could take this to LA afterwards, but we'll speak about that after the fight.
It seems like he's interested in, if he were to get past you, the Pacquiao fight. If it went the other way around, would that be a fight that you're interested in? Obviously, it's a big payday. It's a fight that everybody would want to get. If you were to beat Keith, maybe even twice, was that a fight that you'd be interested in having?
You know what? Every fight out there, opponent out there is a possibility. I shy away from no battle, but first things first, Saturday. I don't plan ahead, and you can speak to me after that. After my fight on Saturday.
Thank you.
There was a discrepancy, and not a discrepancy, but some confusion when the Harrison fought Charlo about the rematch clause. Is there a 4-month? It has to be enacted within 4 months. Is that it, or
yeah? Or
you get a voluntary defense.
Yeah, well, there's a clause where it's a few months after the fight. But either way, I'm not planning ahead. My work is Saturday night, and we can speak afterwards.
What does your wife tell you? You've been fighting for a long time, ups and downs, left, rights. What does your wife tell you going into the ring? Because you've accomplished damn near everything in the sport of boxing. You done fought main events. You done fought the best fighters in the world. You done had some great wins. You done had some great losses, and you're still back on the main event. What do you tell your wife, and what does your wife tell you Saturday morning or 6 o'clock Saturday evening?
You know what? She knows that I put in the work. So no matter what comes of the outcome on Saturday night, I'm gonna give it my best. I'm gonna win. And for those that don't really know me or know of me, they're gonna know Saturday night.
Well, hopefully they know. If they know boxing, they should know you by now, man. You're Rocky. Thank you, brother. I appreciate you. Thank you.